Hey, welcome back, guys. Okay, so this is going to be shelf, at least with this unit, shelf 3. I've shown my Nightmare on Elm Street collection, my Return of the Living Dead collectibles collection, and now I'll show you guys my Friday the 13th collection, Jason Voorhees stuff. So I said I would, if I get to a certain point in each shelf, like at least 90 to 95% of what I'm trying to do, I'll go ahead and do an overview. So I believe I'm ready for the Friday 13th one, even though there's a few collectibles I like to try and get my hands on, but that's always just going to be the case. So I might as well just show you guys what my shelf is looking like as of now, as things get moved around a lot. So yeah, here we go. I'll start from, usually it's left to right. I don't know, I've been doing it right to left. So here we go. Um, First up, we got this Mondo looking gnarly Jason collectible piece. I forget what they call these things. It's been a while, but I love that thing. They put out a few variants of this guy. This is the one that just seemed pretty cool to me, so I never went after the other variants. Behind him, another Prism card, vintage Jason Lives. I've always loved that image. It's just so, it's awesome. So got that. And then a Toonie Terrors Jason. Love the overall design on him. Probably the only nitpick is I wish the eyes were round for the mask. I'm not really crazy about the frowning look, but it's still kind of fun. It's no big deal. I just preferred if they just went round with it. But other than that, I just think the overall body posture and everything is just it's a lot of fun. So the clothing and everything, pretty cool. Behind there is like my favorite ever to come from Matchbox, and it's a good looking Jason too. So it really is, compared to the others that they made. That's pretty much the only one out of that entire line that I really like. I think the Leatherface looks okay, not bad, not a bad looking Leatherface on the other one. The Freddy was kind of not so good, but I love that the camp counselor Cherokee Jeep there is in yellow, so that just really pops. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's my favorite out of that Matchbox line is this Jason here. Pretty cool. The outfit and everything, the way the mask is sculpted, it's just, it's on point. All right, behind there we got this I forget what company put that out. It's just the 3D Friday the 13th poster art, part 3. It's awesome. Attaching the little blood droplets was a little bit tricky because I didn't want to break them. They're like really tiny, thin pieces. And then I have a Jason Voorhees headstone that came from one of those Neca figurines. I don't remember which one it was. And then I got a Luke Welsh Sculptures independent artist sculpture there of Jason as a kid. Cool little mini back there. It's got this, the color on that guy is like a sort of a dingy grayish blue, just to give off that Camp Crystal Lake color vibe. So I have those two pieces just sort of sitting in there since they fit perfectly. Okay. All right, back there is another one of those awesome vintage spitballs. That's the Jason one. It does come with a victim, but I just have that in storage. I only wanted the Jason ball for display. So I do have the other one, but it's in storage. And then we got the old school, well, if you can see it. Back there is the old school LJN Toys NES video game. I've got everything with it, the pamphlet, even right down to the little styrofoam piece that sits on the bottom in there just to kind of so the game doesn't bounce around too much in the packaging. And I guess considering its age, is in really good condition. So I've got that game displayed back there. I no longer have an NES game console. I used to, but sold it all. So, and all my games too. That's just one of the few games I still have is that one. Above it is an original Friday the 13th Part 3 3D glasses back there. I kind of want to try and find a better spot to display that, but as of now, it's just sitting back there. I might, if I can, sort of like get the sticky clips and see if I can't like hang the glasses sort of diagonally against this side here at some point. I'm not sure. We'll see. But for now, it works just propped up there. All right. All right, next up is this Neca display piece here, like a diorama set. It came with other things too, but I thought it was perfect to display other collectibles on it. So you got the little pier, which was kind of a pain in the ass to put together, if I'm being honest. Some of the pieces were a bit like really tight to snap on, but it worked out. I didn't break anything, thankfully. So I have a couple of pieces sort of displayed on it, and it's up high enough that it actually works out, and that the machete actually doesn't get in the way of it. Anyway, I'm rambling, sorry. Here is a Mezco Mini. I forget what they call these guys. It came out several years ago. The Jason one and Leatherface are the two I like out of the bunch. The Freddy, not so much. Just so I never went after that one. And I think it was just those three, I believe. I don't think they ever made a Myers. But I love this Jason though. Look how dingy his mask is, and I don't know, it's a fun mini. So I've had that forever. And then this is this is like dirt cheap, but it's that I think it's the Part 4 cover art, I believe, is what it's sort of paying homage to. It's metal, or some sort of what's the word? I'm having a brain fart, but it's like a heavy piece of metal, really, that's painted. So I got that with the blood. Looks pretty cool up here. And then Mr. Potato Head Jason, one of the coolest things ever that you could find at Toys R Us at the time. I think it was one of those Toys R Us exclusives. It just surprised the hell out of me that they'd have a Jason Voorhees Mr. Potato Head. And I think they did a Freddy Krueger as well, but the Jason one is my favorite out of the two that they did. So I had to get that. I just thought that was pretty unique. Next is just my favorite, I guess with the Garbage Pail Kids Friday the 13th spoofs, this is my favorite one out of the bunch, is the Protective Pamela. It's hilarious. I forget the other name that they used for that one. I've got that card as well, but I like that name better. So that's that. Back behind there, not that you can see it too well, is a Todd McFarlane poster art 3D replica piece back there. Just one of the coolest things Todd McFarlane's ever done is put out those 3D poster replica pieces. So I've got that back there, just kind of acting as a sort of a backdrop, I guess, just space filler. And then I'll talk about the centerpiece last. That one's like really cool. This is one of my favorite Jason pieces ever because the shape of the body and everything. It's produced by a Japanese company. It starts with a K. I can't remember the name, guys. They put out several cool horror pieces and just cool stuff in general, really. But that is just like one of my all-time favorite Jason pieces. Is that statue, fully sculpted. Just everything is on point with how they sculpted the body. Just that lumbering stance. I love that you can switch the weapon arm, and it also comes with an axe. But I've had him holding the machete for years and years and years. I don't think I'll ever switch him to holding the axe. I might, just to kind of change some things up. I might put that axe back on there at some point. And my favorite thing Neca has done as far as Jason figurines go is this part 7. Absolutely amazing and on point. And the joints are pretty tight, and crotch area where where you do have articulation, they did really well with it, so that doesn't bug me with this particular piece, unlike the Freddy Krueger ones where it's just a bit too funky looking. This one actually has a nice blending of the joints, thankfully, because I really do like the part 7, and I had to have him holding that I forget what you call these tools, these buzzsaw tree killers. I don't know what they're called, but him holding that is just, I always thought that was insane and just such a killer look for him. So yeah, I definitely love that Neca figurine. They dropped the news on that one. I was like, holy crap, I gotta get it. And it comes with tons of weapons, and it's insane. So yeah, the Jason, the Friday 13th Part 7 Ultimate figure is awesome. Got a bootleg wind-up there. I just think that's just one of my favorite wind-ups. I love that his hockey mask is in this silver chrome. Sort of reminds me of Jason Goes to Hell, kind of in a way, and that for some reason he's holding a chainsaw. That's hilarious. So I like that little toy. Coming up is a really cool indie toy made by Eric Nella. It's a Mamba style Jason piece, really cool, one of my favorites. Got the green axe, awesome blue color, and yeah, just one of my favorite pieces for sure. So, really talented artist. So, got one of his pieces sitting in there looking good. This one's done by a Japanese artist, I forget his name. It's the same dude that did the Tarman figures and etc. This one's sort of inspired by part 6, as you can tell with the yellow gloves. I found that machete just on eBay looking for weapons that would fit that hand, so the machete did not come with that figurine. So it just drove me nuts that he didn't come with a weapon. His other hand is like a fist, but the other hand is open, so that was driving me nuts that I didn't have a weapon for him. So I just went on eBay and found a machete that works for like 1/6 scale figurines, and it works for this piece. So now he's got his machete. Mezco screen grabs, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's just one of the most genius things that toy company's ever put out, was these screen grabs. And this is my favorite one out of the Friday the 13th ones that they did. I can't remember how many they did. I know they did one from like a part 6, like an underwater scene. Maybe there's another one, I don't remember. It's been years. I haven't looked at that stuff in years. So, but I've kept on to that one for years and years. It's just one of those pieces I'll never get rid of. Back there is just some log cabin that I found at Michael's Arts and Crafts. It's just some random log cabin that I just keep back there for now because I really don't know what to do with it just yet. So it just acts as a backdrop, I guess, just filler. And then you have this awesome Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake sign display piece that came with the Neca accessories pack. I just think that looks awesome, sort of hanging over the Mezco piece there, because I don't really know where else to put it. It works. So, and back there is like a glow-in-the-dark hockey mask, generic, but it's so fun because it glows in the dark, and it was super cheap, and it actually looks good. It's a good shape to it, actually. So, got that really cheap. I think at Halloween Spirit 1 year. So those are always around, and a dime a dozen, but I don't know, it glows in the dark, so it's fun. It's fun to have a glow-in-the-dark hockey mask in your collection. So no chevrons or anything, but I just like it clean like that. All right, and then down here is an officially licensed El Cheapo machete, but I really like it though. It just says property of Camp Crystal Lake. And this is one that I want to take to a convention at some point. Next year is the plan, and get that signed. So I definitely want to get an autograph just somewhere on this blade. I think getting something like that autograph would be really cool. So, and that would just be a nice finishing touch for it. That's why I have this machete, and the fact that it says property of Camp Crystal Lake on it, and the blood splatter actually looks kind of cool, kind of decent. So I got a cheap machete toy, which is a lot of fun. It pops, it's good color to it. And then front and center, I got the Pamela Voorhees decapitated head replica. Really cool piece. It's poured on really thick, good quality replica. Punched in hair, so the hair is not going anywhere. So artist did a really good job. I'm satisfied with it. Been meaning to pick up a decapitated Pamela Voorhees head replica for like the longest time, because I knew I'd want to have it as a centerpiece. So let me zoom out so you guys get a better look at it. Sorry. And then I got that from, sorry if you guys can see that. I got the decapitated Pamela head from Redneck Slasher Studio. Great communication, ships out super fast. Dude's from France. I didn't even know that. That kind of surprised me, but it only took like a week to get to me, if I remember correctly. So thank you, Thomas. David. So I recommend his work. I'm satisfied with the decapitated head. It's punched in hair, like I said. It's poured on really thick. And it looks pretty damn good. And let me zoom out to show you guys, just get an overview of how it looks. Everything looks zoomed out. That's all I have as far as Friday the 13th stuff goes. I'm kind of super picky. I really gotta, I don't know, I really gotta like this, like whatever gets made really well, because space can be an issue, so gotta be picky. A lot of this stuff I've had for like so many years, so some of it's fairly new. I started getting into the Garbage Pail Kid stuff again, so that's new. Prism Card's new. Thank you, Scream Factory, for getting me addicted to Prism Cards again. That's one I actually never had, so that's pretty cool to actually have that one. I never had that one as a kid. I did have a Halloween one and a few others. Howling. But I never had a Friday the 13th one. Alright, and I'll play around with the lights. Let's see what it looks like in blue. Looks kind of cool. Let's do blue. Well, sort of. I figured it'd act as like water. Let's do red. Red's always fun. I don't think I skipped anything. I think I did all right. I love that Neca figure. It's so good. Oh, that part 7 Jason is so good. Okay, I'll switch it back to normal lighting. Sorry. I'll put it in like a soft light. Or a cold light, whatever that means. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by and just checking out my Friday 13th shelf overview. hope you guys enjoyed it. And I think I'm waiting on, actually waiting on one more thing, so I'll give an update on that. I don't know, I'll just wait till a few other things, I guess. There's just one thing coming in, but I don't even know if I'm going to put it on this shelf, so that's it. Thanks for stopping by and just checking out what I've been up to with collecting, guys. I appreciate your time, and I hope this was a fun, pretty cool, fun video. Later.